It is.
We are live. We are back. We are getting Doug back. All right. How's it going, Gio?
How's it going?
It's going.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's going.
Yeah.
So if you join us, say hello in the chat and leave a like because we are live.
Yes.
And I think, let me just make sure that we're sounding okay. Yeah, I think we're sounding good. So
Yeah.
I think we are good to go. So we've had ourselves a day.
We did. It was
Yeah.
a long day. Good day.
It was a long, good day.
Yep. Rain.
Mm-hmm.
It was a nice, chill day.
Yeah. So yeah, usually when we do these live streams, it's like, oh, okay, whatever the first whiskey we have on the live stream is the first whiskey we've had that day.
Mm-hmm.
But today, that is not the case.
Nope.
Not even a little bit. This isn't even the second whiskey we've had today.
Nope.
This is the... Hold on. 15th whiskey we've had today.
15th?
Including the little samples that we...
All the samples, yeah.
Yeah. The 15th whiskey we've had today.
Wait, even the samples? 15?
Yeah, because at the first place, we had a flight of 4, and he gave us 2 extra samples.
Okay.
And then, so that's 6.
Yeah.
And then at the second place, we had a flight of 4, and we got 1 extra sample. So that was 5. So we're at 11 now. And then at the third place, we just had the 3. So that was 14. And this is 15.
Oh, wow.
That was what I was doing in my head when I was all like... Yeah.
15. Yeah, but they were small samples.
Yeah. HD, wow, what's up?
Hello.
Yeah. So yeah, we went and visited some distilleries today, and we took videos of us trying like the various whiskeys that they have at those distilleries. So those videos will be coming out on the channel here over the next few months or so. But yeah, that's what that was. And this is one of the whiskeys that we picked up during our
trip to Ranger Creek.
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and just pour ourselves this, and this will be our first pour of the night. And then if you have any suggestions or recommendations for what we should drink next, let us know in the chat. And I think it was Mr. Great Shot who suggested in the last stream that we do half-ounce pours just to pace ourselves, so I think we're going to keep doing that. There you go.
Yep.
So yeah, this is a Ranger Creek single malt. They call it single malt number 2. 44% ABV, and this is a distillery exclusive release from Ranger Creek. So we decided we would get it since it's just distillery exclusive. And I should add that like all of those like other 14 whiskeys were not full servings, like by any means, like not even close. So don't worry.
Half ounce, right? That we shared.
Yeah. So it was a total of 2. So the total was 2 ounces for the whole flight, and we shared it.
Mm-hmm.
So we each had like an ounce. Like, we probably didn't even have a full serving at each place that we went to, but we did try different whiskeys, so.
And we gave ourselves some time between each distillery.
Yeah. And we did the last distillery, like, what has it been, like 4.5, 5 hours ago? So it's been a while. But yeah. Cheers to Ranger Creek.
Cheers. Oh, wait. Oh, I guess we won't do that.
I don't think it'll do that. So he gave us like a small sample of it there, but it still smells really good. This is a unpeated single malt, distilled and bottled by Ranger Creek Brewing and Distilling, San Antonio, Texas. Single malt number 2. Yeah. It's in San Antonio, Texas. Specifically near Highway 35 in Wurzbach. But yeah, San Antonio. This smells really nice. I'm getting, again, sort of a light herbal, more of a licorice kind of thing.
I'm getting like a
kind of perfumey.
I'm getting like a fruity candy, but I'm trying to determine what that is.
So yeah, they've been around for like 15 years, and they're a brewery and distillery, so they make beer and spirits. Mostly whiskey, but they do make other spirits. And we'd never been there. Like, they've been there for 15 years. We've both lived here for longer than 15 years, and we've never gone there. So it was about time that we went. And it was a really nice place. The place itself from the outside is very nondescript. It's in like a little business park. And there's like, the building looks like every other building in the area, except it has a sign on it that says Ranger Creek Brewing and Distilling. And then you walk in, and it's a really nice tasting room. They even took us and showed us like the production area where they were in the process of canning beer. And I had never seen that before, which was cool. So yeah, he showed us the empty cans. He showed us the full cans. Whiskey's aged in Texas are more intense. Yeah, I think so. Especially on like when it comes to like oak and I think spiciness.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and sip it. We already cheersed, but
you want to cheers again?
We'll cheers again.
Okay.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
So while we were there, the flight we tried, and again, there's going to be a video about our visit, but the flight that we tried was a straight bourbon, a straight rye, the 306 single malt, which is like their yearly single malt release, and then their Texas Landmark cast strength single malt, which if you've ever had the Ranger Creek Rimfire, it's basically that, but at cast strength. And they were all really good. Mm-hmm. But when the guy came to like talk to us after we had finished, he asked us like, you know, what were their favorites, and I told him I liked the single malts. So he brought us like a little tiny sample of another single malt that I guess they are not selling yet. Mm-hmm. But he said it had won gold at the San Francisco Spirits Competition, and it had won at the Texas Whiskey Festival, and that was
good.
That was super good. So we're going to be on the lookout for that whiskey whenever they start selling it.
They said that they may start like releasing it in like early summer.
Yeah, like I think he said like early to mid-June or something like that. So we'll be on the lookout for it. It's probably going to be a distillery exclusive, but it was super good. But yeah, let us know in the chat what you want us to try next. Because once we finish this one, we're going to be moving on to basically whatever...
The next one.
Yeah, whatever the next one is.
Cheers.
Prashant, cheers. Thank you for popping in.
So it has a little bit of spiciness to it.
Yeah, it does, right? It's very like, and I felt this way about the cast strength too. It felt really smooth, but at the same time, like you could tell that there was like alcohol impact going on. Have you tried Rabbit Hole Cave Hill? I don't think so. I'm trying to remember which rabbit hole I tried. I think it was Derringer. But I haven't tried Rabbit Hole Cave Hill. We don't have any of those here.
I haven't.
What is it similar to? Is Rabbit Hole weeded? I seem to remember, or did I just make that up? Because if it's wheated, we could try like a wheated whiskey to kind of pay homage to that. We could keep it Texas and try a wheated Texas whiskey. Mr. Great Shot. Cheers. Have you tried any Andalusia? Yes, we have. Yes, we've definitely tried Andalusia. Yep. Oh, and I'm still going to send you that email with the samples. I'm just still like figuring out the app and all that. But thank you for that email and all of that. Yes, it is wheated. Okay. Yeah, well maybe we go with a wheated next and then move on to Andalusia.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well keep it Texas. Balcones 4-year, which I didn't realize it was gonna.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, no, we've tried Andalusia. We went and visited their distillery a couple of years ago, and they were like that is an awesome distillery.
Yeah. And those I think those are cask strength that we tried in the flight, right?
I think they were bottled and bond, or I think they were 100 proof. I don't know if they were bottled and bond, but because it was that
100 proof and higher.
Yeah, I think so.
Those were good.
All right, let's keep it Texas. We're gonna try wheated bourbon here, Garrison Brothers.
Do you have a Balcones for you?
I don't. I have a Balcones 5-year. Do you know what that Balcones 4-year is? Like if it's a single malt or bourbon or rye or what it may be? Because we got Balcones, but I don't know if any of them actually have a 4-year age statement on it. I don't think at least the ones we have do. Oh, I know that they have some bottled in bonds. We have the Big Baby, which I believe is 5 years old. And I'm sure that there are some that are 4 years. We could look at the bottles, but I'm not quite sure which ones those are. But I love Balcones. I know that people tend to have varying opinions on Balcones. So if I would say if you've had a Balcones that you like, then get it. Because even though they're all very different types of whiskeys, I think the Balcones kind of has like a similar. I can't really put my finger on what it is, but it has like a similar trait throughout their whiskeys, whether it be single malt, bourbon, rye, whatever. I picked up an Andalusia cigar malt last week from the distillery. It's a collaboration with Irene Tan. Irene Tan, she was on 4 Leaf Whiskey's live stream the other day, and she's just all over the place lately. She does the years ago, Crowded Barrel did a video, or Whiskey Tribe did a video where they went to her liquor store up in like Connecticut, and then now she's working with them with blending.
Oh wow!
But it looks like she's just working with all kinds of folks.
That sounds interesting. A cigar malt.
Yeah. And you know what? We were so close to Andalusia today.
Yeah.
We should have just gone up there and see what we had.
It was already starting to be a long day.
It was. That's a good way to describe it. A certain funk to it. I've never been able to put my finger like on what the note is, but I'd say if you've had a couple of Balcones that you like, chances are you'll like the others. I haven't had one that I don't like, but I have had ones that I haven't liked as much as the others. So Irene is all over the place. Yeah, that's what it seems that way. All right, Garrison Brothers. Cheers.
Sorry, it's not like very clinky. But yeah, so this one is very oaky.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I didn't even give notes. I just tasted it.
We've had this multiple times, but yeah, it's very oaky. This one's the one that I think you described as like a damp dishcloth, I believe.
It could have been, but yeah, this is super oaky. And those of you who've just joined, what we did today is we went and visited a few distilleries here in the area, and a lot of them had sort of that Texas sort of quality to them. But I feel like when it comes to that oak impact, Garrison Brothers is just like
over the top on that one.
Yeah.
But I think they do theirs completely outdoors, and I think that's why it's such a big impact on that one.
Yeah. Balcones is a bit musty to me. It kind of reminds me of a basement note. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? And I asked that question because we've had that sort of like musty left clothes in the washing machine too long kind of note before. But then at the end of the day, I still like the whiskey. So, like, I never know, like, when people say like, a note like that, like, is that a bad thing? I had my hand on it, didn't buy it. Yeah, depending on how old that 4-year was, I might recommend trying some of their less expensive stuff. I don't know how much I don't know if the bourbon, the pot still bourbon is still being produced, but if you can find that, maybe, or the True Blue bourbon, just to give those a shot, or the Lineage. I think those are some of the more lower priced Balcones ones. Amav, hi, welcome to the chat.
Hello, cheers.
That's super good. You know, I think this might be... I'm going to go ahead and get the next bottle ready. Andalusia. I think this might be a good time to bring out that store pick. Yeah, we have an Andalusia store pick. It's a cask strength version of the Andalusia triple distilled. A Skips beer, wine, and liquor store pick. 62.48% ABV.
Ooh.
So, actually, maybe we save that since it's cask strength. Garrison Brothers is over oaked for my palate. Yeah, there's been... I like the small batch, but I've tried a couple of the single barrel ones that... it was just too much. Some of the single barrels. I think the small batch does a pretty decent job of balancing it, but it's still pretty oaky. You enjoy Garrison Brothers? Amav, drink alcohol from India.
Ooh.
You know what?
I think we have a...
I think we have a... Are you from India? Let me see. I think they have this at Total Wine. But I just want to make sure. Yeah. No, it definitely is. That might be fun. I think we're going to save that Andalusia for the end because it is
a high proof.
It's a high proof. But yeah, we can bust out this Amrut Indian single malt. Maybe we try that next. Enjoying the New Riff 8-year. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I know we tried that New Riff single barrel on Livestream a couple of times ago. We can put that one and maybe a Balcones on deck. By going to watch your stream later. All right, cool. All right. Be sure to tune in because we are going to try that Amrut Indian single malt and just see how it is. We might need to like have some water after this oaky bourbon though.
Yeah.
Oak and Agave. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the
Cheers.
chat. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
We're just sort of taking requests from the chat as far as what we drink next, and we have a couple here sort of on deck, but if you have any recommendations, let us know.
Oh, this one is a wheater, right? You said?
Yep.
So we did try a wheat whiskey, right? Wheat from a place called Mavericks.
Yeah.
That was good. That was different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Maverick Distilling in San Antonio. We went there today, and yeah, that was my first time having a wheat whiskey.
That one had like a very like citrus, zesty type of taste and smell.
Yep. I'll get us some fresh glasses after that Oak Bomb. That is Garrison Brothers. I'll go ahead and pour us our next drink. And Mr. Great Shot, I think it was you who suggested we do this in the last live stream where we just pour ourselves a half ounce of each. So that's what we're doing. We're just literally pouring it in the jigger and measuring it out that way. But yeah, this is Amrit Indian single malt whiskey. I think this is just like the standard Amrit single malt. And then we'll get back to the Texas stuff. Okay, why isn't this coming out? Did y'all swing by Rebecca Creek? No, they're not open on Mondays. They're open Wednesday through Sunday. But we've been there before, we just haven't filmed there.
Yeah, and we haven't been there.
It's been a while since we've been there, isn't it?
Well, we haven't been there together.
Haven't we?
No.
Oh.
I've been there by myself, or not by myself, but with family, and then you've been there whenever you've been there.
Oh, okay.
Wait, did we? No, I don't think so. Because last time I went there, it was bingo night there.
I've never been to bingo night there. We need to go to bingo night there one of these days and see that it's like stuck or something. I think it's stuck.
It's this little.
Yeah. I don't know what you call it, but the little thing it seals to is stuck. No, so the distilleries we went to today were Ranger Creek, Maverick, and Milam and Green.
I'm gonna take that up.
Let's okay, this is just a corkscrew.
We're gonna try to use like a bottle opener.
Oh, we could try to use a bottle opener, couldn't we? If I do this, we have to drink the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, let me see if I can just like knife it.
Just a little.
Yeah, I see what it is.
Careful, dude.
Ah! Oh, I'm just kidding. No, this seems dangerous. Let me see if I can just bottle open it. Okay. Maybe we put this to the side for now and try and open this later because it's stuck on the little, and there's no light behind the camera, so it's stuck on this thing. So I feel like I'm just gonna break this bottle somehow. Okay, we'll move on.
Yeah.
We'll move on.
We'll come back to it, I guess.
Yeah, we'll come back to it. Maybe we try and open it like as we're sipping our next one. Balcones. Let's do Lineage. Or actually, you know what? Oh, that's cast strength. Oh, you know what? We could do this. This is like as Texas as it gets. What do you think about Maker's Mark Heart Release 2024? We never tried it. We weren't able to find it. So yeah, I would have liked to try it. I always enjoy the the special releases that Maker's Mark does, but didn't get to try that one. All right, so Balcones Texas Bock. Hold my beer. Yeah, so this was a collaboration with Shiner Bock. And let's see. While the history of Texas whiskey is just being written, the legacy of Texas beer has deep roots. For our Texas Bock straight malt whiskey, we partnered up with the most iconic Texas brewery, made from the exact Shiner Bock mash bill and fermented with their proprietary lager yeast strain. We bring you a straight malt whiskey that tips its hat to the brewers that paved the way for beer and whiskey in this great Lone Star State. So, Texas Bock, Shiner Bock collaboration.
I think we even did a what was it? What were those called? Where we dropped a shot glass in a.
Oh yeah, we did a Boilermaker.
Yeah.
Where we dropped a shot of this into Shiner Bock and tried it. And I remember it being super good.
I remember that too.
But yeah, this one's
oaky too, but it's a little bit more subtle.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit more sweeter. There's a lot more vanilla than the other ones.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, the more I smell it, the more sweetness comes out. Mm-hmm. Aged at least 36 months in oak, so 3 years at least, everything in here. It doesn't say anything about like what kind of barrel it was used for it. Yeah, there's some fruits back there. I don't think it smells like Shiner Bock or even like really smells like beer for the most part. Although I know that
it doesn't smell like beer, but it has the same notes as what Shiner Bock would have, like just without the yeast part.
You think so? Could be, maybe. Cheers.
Sorry, I was loud.
That was
super loud.
Yeah,
sorry.
All right. Okay. I feel like it tastes like Shiner Bock. Or it at least tastes like a dark beer. I'm not really much of a beer person, but I've had Shiner Bock. Obviously, I'm in Texas. It's like when you move to Texas, they give you Shiner Bock. True story. Most people don't know that. Thank goodness it doesn't smell hoppy. No, it really doesn't. And I don't think they distilled actual Shiner Bock beer. I think it was just like the mash. But, well, I don't know. Would that have included the hops? Maybe it would have. We do have a hopped whiskey that we picked up at a craft distillery in Montana. And that one was interesting. No, but it does taste like a dark beer. And I don't know if Shiner Bock is even that dark, but
no, it's considered to be dark beer, but it's not dark. It's not like a Guinness.
No. You know, I've never had Guinness.
You had that Guinness Lagavulin.
Well, that's not a Guinness.
No, but
I need to try a Guinness one of these days.
Shiner Pearl in a can.
Shiner and Pearl in a can. Oh, that's super good.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah. It's so different. And I don't know, maybe I can't talk. Maybe the hops were part of this? I don't know. This is batch 21-1, if anyone else has this or has tasted it. Because I know they had a few different batches of this one. But yeah, I'm going to work on this Amaret for a little bit more. But yeah, we went to unsubscribing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't blame you. We went to Ranger Creek first, and it was really cool. We had a flight with their straight bourbon, the straight rye, the 306 single malt, which is 306 is the number of years San Antonio has been has existed. And my mind just went blank. The Texas Landmark cast strength single malt, which is the Texas Landmark is what they're calling the Rimfire nowadays. And they were all super good. Be careful.
Yeah.
That knife is kind of...
It's dull?
Well, it's not... Well, yeah, it is kind of dull. Well, it's for cutting wine capsules, so it doesn't have to be that sharp. But I don't have a real knife out here, or else we would have gotten through this a long time ago. But they were awesome. Everything we had was really good. The guy came and asked us what we liked, and I told him I liked the single malts, and so he brought us this single malt that was had won these awards at the San Francisco Spirits Competition and the Texas Whiskey Festival that I believe is going to be released in June. And then when we were there, we purchased this bottle, which is a distillery only release of one of their single malts. And I told him, I basically told him, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just buy this because I really like the single malts. And he said that this one was kind of close to the one that won the awards. And he let us try it. Just didn't charge us anything extra. He's like, oh, here, we'll go ahead and try that before you buy it. So, we tried it. And of course, it was amazing and we bought it. But I just thought that was really cool that he did that. He didn't have to do that because I was already going to buy this. And we were talking what if I tried it? Or what if we tried it and then didn't like it?
Yeah, but I think he was confident enough that we were going to get it anyways.
Yeah, that we would like it. So, no, really good experience at Ranger Creek. And we'll have a video up here in a few weeks of Ranger Creek and us going through the flight and trying it out.
It's almost like they didn't want us to drink this.
Right? I've never had that much trouble getting into a bottle. Let me see. Let me just make sure I don't have a knife out here. I don't think I do.
Well, I think I'm getting it.
Oh, awesome. I have a razor blade.
No, I'm not going to use a razor blade.
I have scissors.
I think I'm getting it.
Okay. Oh, there you go. That's probably the way to do it. And he's not even in the chat anymore. We're going through all this for him. Amav, if you do go back and watch the replay of this, just see what we went through to try this whiskey for you. But honestly, this is one that we actually had a conversation earlier today about how we needed to try this with the other Indian whiskeys that we have.
We were this is the perfect opportunity.
Yeah. So I guess now's a good time to know that this is almost impossible to open. All right. He's going to get it. Yeah, he'll get it. It looks like you're making... It does look like you're making progress. So, those of you who have had Balcones, let us know, what is your favorite Balcones whiskey? Because they have a lot. Although I feel like since they were bought by Diageo, that they haven't been releasing as many like one-offs as they used to. Is that right, or am I just like making that up? Because I feel like there for a while they were releasing like new whiskeys every couple of months, and then it just sort of like really slowed down. And I feel like that slowdown happened when Diageo happened. But yeah, they have a lot of good stuff. Oh, you got it. You got it. All right.
Okay.
All right. Oh, we should have read the instructions. Dang, why didn't we think of that? We should have read the instructions. That was...
Tools you need to open up a bottle.
Like when you open the first page, it says tools you'll need. Not a wine opener. All right. Let's see. Andalusia is still on deck. Don't want to have it just yet, just because of how high. Oh, and this is 50% ABV, the Texas Bach that we just had. Well, dang, I gotta get back to the house. Amazon is almost here. I really like the peated Balcones, the single malt, and the rumble. Yeah, you know what? We've never had the peated Balcones.
No.
We've had a couple of the single malts.
We didn't have the rumble.
No.
The single malts we had.
Yeah, we've had the single malt. The lineage, the one, and then we have a one barrel pick. Or not a barrel pick, but like a single barrel.
Yep. So next stream, maybe we'll try to find the rumble and a peated one.
Yeah, I've seen that peated one. It's just pricey.
Oh, it is?
I don't know why I haven't bought it, though. I love Balcones.
But is it like pricey, or is it just like right now pricey?
I think it's like... I want to say it's in the 70s.
Oh, so it is pricey.
Yeah. Let me see how much it is. We will just find out right now. Oh, okay, I was wrong. It's $85.99.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
it's one that like
I feel like that's it feels like that's everything that you like. Peated and Balcones.
Right. It's probably gonna be like the greatest thing I've ever tried in my life, and yeah, I might make it back before you shut down. Yeah, maybe, because we still got to try the Andalusia. Okay. I'm trying to think what glasses we should use for this single malt, because I feel like we had to go through, or you had to go through a lot to open it. So let's use some fancy glasses.
Wait, that's what I'm saying.
After all, it better be good. Oh, what if it sucks?
Yeah.
We'll use the Copitas for this. We don't bust these out near enough, honestly.
Oh, we did when we did tell Omar that we were drinking this one. He's like, "All right, I'm out.
Yeah,
I'll watch it later."
he knew that it was going to take us forever to open it. That's why. He was like, "Okay, these guys are just going to spend 20 minutes trying to get it open. I'm out of here." I hope we can close it again, because after... What happened to the lid?
Oh, I have it right here. You can close it. It just won't twist. It just has to sit on top.
Oh.
See?
Oh. Oh, yeah, you really did a number on this.
Well, no, it did that before.
Oh. All right.
That's why we can untwist it.
All right. Amrut Indian single malt whiskey. Let's nose it. If you see the peated, grab it, because it's a yearly release, and I don't think they will release anymore. Really?
Dang.
I don't doubt that, because I know that that pot still bourbon, I think they discontinued the pot still bourbon, right? Which kind of made me sad.
Right. That gives you more incentive.
Yeah. Okay, this is cheesy,
That's what I'm saying.
but it's like... What kind of cheese is it, though? It's not...
I'm getting like Scotch vibes with this.
Yeah. Well, it is a single... Well, it's a single malt. Everyone makes single malts, but they don't all... Yeah. It has like a weird... It's like a funky cheese. I'm not gonna say foot cheese just yet, but... but it is kind of a funky cheese. Oh... Our water glasses are Rebecca Creek glasses.
Oh, yeah.
I just realized that you had asked about Rebecca Creek earlier. But is this...
There's something else in the background. Outside the cheese, there's something else there.
Yeah.
I can't pick it out.
What is that? It's raining outside, but that's what you're hearing. We're in a shed. Like, you see those sheds that they sell like in front of Home Depot? Like, that's literally what we're in. Not in front of Home Depot, but like in the backyard.
We're literally Home Depot.
Yeah, we go to Home Depot to film this. We bring the whiskey out. No, but we have like one of those Home Depot sheds in the backyard, and that's where we set up. And so whenever it rains, you can just hear it really good. And usually it makes the stream kind of cut in and out and buffer, but hopefully, fingers crossed, that won't happen today.
Yeah. Okay, ready to try?
Yeah, I'm ready to try. All right, Amra, you have some work to do on the taste.
A little sweet, but really thin.
I was going to say it's kind of a little bland for me. And that might just be because we're coming off like some super flavorful ones.
Mm-hmm. There's some sweetness to it.
And we busted out the copitas for you. Yeah, it's really subtle. I feel like some of the flavors remind me more of Irish whiskey.
There's some like nuttiness in there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. I feel like I'm getting kind of like that shortbread thing that I get with a lot of Irish whiskeys.
Mm.
I'm trying to find what the ABV is. I bet it's 46.
Well, it doesn't taste like 46.
No. Made from select Indian barley, nurtured by waters flowing from the Great Himalayas.
Mm.
That's pretty epic. Distilled, matured, and bottled by Amrut Distilleries. Bengaluru, India. That's actually pretty cool. Drink responsibly.
That is cool.
I don't think we've had Amrut since or Indian whiskey. Well, no, we had that Paul John last year that we both didn't like.
No.
But I don't think we've had Amrit since 2022. We did Bill Whiskey Dick's whiskey challenge, and we kind of like pushed ourselves to try 10 whiskeys from 10 different countries. So one of the ones we tried was Amrit, and I cannot remember for the life of me which Amrit it was. It wasn't this one, and it wasn't Fusion either. I think it was a cask strength, but it was really good. I remember it being really good. 46% ABV for the Amrit single malt.
Yeah.
And I bought this little miniature at Total Wine here in San Antonio. So if you're close by, or maybe your local Total Wine, if you're here in the States, has a miniature, I would check it out. I mean, I feel like it's always worth it to buy miniatures just to see how they taste.
Like I said, it just feels really thin.
It does.
It feels like I added too many drops of water to it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not terrible.
No.
It's not bad either.
I feel like 46% usually drinks a little bit, like there's usually a little bit more oomph to it.
Yeah.
Not alcohol oomph, but just flavor oomph.
But this doesn't even have that alcohol oomph to it either.
No, it doesn't. No, that's actually something to say about this. The alcohol impact is
almost non-existent.
Mm-hmm. Which a lot of people probably would like, because that's probably going to be a whiskey that oh yeah, right, Himalayan mountain water. Hey, it sounds really cool though, right? And I don't know, the Himalayan mountains are like right there, so
it could be like a stream that just,
yeah. All right.
All right, that's our review of Amrit.
That's our, yeah. We'll come back to this at some point, because we want to do we were talking before the stream about doing an Amrit versus Paul John video. So I think we might buy another one of these and enter that in the, here, just keep that glass.
Oh, okay.
And enter it in that versus video, because those are, I think, two of the more well-known Indian whiskey brands that we could kind of explore. All right. HD, I know you said that you had been drinking New Riff earlier. Okay, what happened to my scroll bar?
It's right there.
There it is. Yeah, the New Riff 8-year. We don't have the New Riff 8-year, but we do have a New Riff single barrel. Probably good with a cigar. The Amrit? It might be, yeah. Actually, the cigar might add a little bit of a...
different type of kick to it.
Maybe. But we can go ahead and bust out the New Riff that we have, and then maybe after that try the cask strength Andalusia.
Okay.
We'll just stick with the Copitas. I remember this New Riff being really good. And so I feel like we need to...
Oh, it's been a couple of years, right?
It's been a couple months.
A couple months?
We had
Really?
this on one of the live streams, like, recently.
Oh.
Or maybe. Yeah, so this is a New Riff single barrel that we have. This is distilled fall 2016. Oh, wait. I'm doing this wrong.
Oh, I thought you were going to do it without that. I was like, oh, wow, he's professional.
No, I'm not that good. This is why I'd be a terrible bartender, because I have to like measure everything out to like know that I'm Oh, the 8-year, good with the cigar. No, I'm sure. I feel like a lot of bourbons are just kind of that way. Okay, so this is a New Riff single barrel. We don't have the 8-year, but this one is aged at least 4 years, according to the bottle. At least 4 years.
Such a
and
weird thing, right?
yeah, bourbon 102.6 proof, 51.3% ABV. Barrel number 16-2822. Like I said, I know we've gotten this out before on a live stream, but it was really good. I remember it being really good. So I don't mind drinking it again at all. Uh-oh.
That's weird.
It looked like we just buffered.
Oh no. No, not that bad.
No, it's not that bad. There is a delay, but it isn't that bad.
Yeah. Then we're still good.
Took you a long time to find a New Riff 8-year. You know what? Gio and I were actually having this discussion today because we went to Specs and we saw and maybe I made a mistake. He told me I made a mistake, but I saw the Jack Daniel's American Single Malt there for $73. And he told me I made a mistake for not buying it. So let me know in the comments. Did I make a mistake for not buying that? Because the reason I bring that up is because I feel like we've been seeing whiskeys more and more in the stores that used to be more difficult to find. Like Larceny Barrel Proof is pretty much a shelf staple now. Weller Special Reserve is getting there.
The old Forester one?
Yeah, the old Forester single barrel proof. Baker's 7-year. And then even, I feel like the last couple of times I've gone into the store, I've seen like the Four Roses single barrel proofs with like the O recipes. I feel like there's a lot of whiskeys that used to, they used to just be hard to find. Now they're just there. And I don't know if that Jack Daniel's single malt is one of them. I think that was the first time I'd ever seen it on a shelf, but I don't know. If you think that's a good price for it, let me know in the chat, because I might have to go back and get it. No, but this smells really good.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have to do a review on this one eventually. We've had it now on 2 live streams. We've never just done a review of it. Yeah, I took the sip already. It's got there's like a fly buzzing in my ear. It has like a dark cherry kind of impact to it. I want to say, like at the back of the throat. It just like lingers there for a second and it's gone. But it's kind of neat though.
Oh, I'm getting like a plum.
Maybe. It's been a long time since I've had a plum, so I don't really remember what those taste like. But if you're watching and you haven't yet, hit that like button and let us know that you like what we're doing. And we will keep doing this for a little bit longer. Yeah, it's got like an oaky bitterness up front, but then there's something like kind of, it's sweet, but it's not overly sweet, like a sweet fruit sort of thing.
I think so, yeah.
It's actually pretty nice. Yeah.
And the proof gives out this like bitterness to it.
Mm-hmm. Because it's Yeah, it's 102.6. 51.3 ABV. So that's nice.
Like you're eating like a grape skin or a plum skin.
Maybe like a... Yeah, I can kind of see like the skin of the fruit. Kind of like that bitterness of the fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I'm still getting that. I think it's cherry, like a dark cherry that sort of like shows up at the end of the taste and then it goes away. But yeah, that's really good. Just kind of taking this in. I should get the Jack.
See, told you.
I might go back tomorrow and see if it's still there. I really...
And the fact that it's Jack Daniels, which is more well-known and popular.
Mm-hmm. And I always like Jack Daniels. Like, whenever we do blind tastings, like, Jack Daniels always is high for me. So, I probably will like it. Like, Jack Daniels, and then I like single malts. I mean...
It's like the same thing as Balcones and peated.
Yeah. It's like two of my favorite things coming together. Yeah, I might just have to get that Jack Daniels. $73. Is that a good price? I honestly have no idea if that's a good price for it or not.
I don't know what to compare it to.
Well, because when I've seen it at the... I've seen it at Duty Free, and I think it was like £90. So that's definitely a better price than what I've seen it for at Duty Free. So, I don't know. That probably is a good price, isn't it? I don't know why I even questioned if that's a good price.
$73? Wow.
Yeah.
Is that wow like that's a good price or wow like whoa?
I don't know. It was like 73 and change. But no, I might pick it up. It looked like a big bottle, right? I wonder if it was a liter bottle.
I don't think it's a liter bottle.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm. It was either $750 or less. It wasn't that big.
It looked like a big bottle.
Mm-mm.
It has to be. Well, then it has to be at least $750 then.
It was bigger than your other bottle. Your other Jack Daniels bottles.
Well, yeah, those are 700. Well, they're over there now because I rearranged it.
Mm.
But yeah, those are 700. So okay, maybe it is just 750. Oh wait, no, I have some here. So like this is a 700, and it was bigger than this, right?
It might have been the same size.
Huh.
It looked different because it was all solid and it was all blue.
Yeah.
But I think it was about that size.
Okay. Yeah. Can't get it here in Michigan, Jack Daniel's single malt. That was the first time I'd ever seen it here. Was today. The first time I've ever seen it here.
Well, he said it was brand new there.
Yeah.
He said they just got it in.
Yeah. So, yeah. I might go back tomorrow and see if they still have it. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's like a delay. We like buffered for a while. Whenever it rains, it really messes with our live stream, we've noticed. So, we have a delay of probably about, what would you say, 15 seconds?
I think so.
So
It's still not that bad.
no, it's not that bad, but you're probably responding to stuff we've said seconds ago. So yeah, if you can include context, that would be great. All right. I feel
I
like
think it's saying yes, as in
yes, it's a good price.
yeah.
No, I think so too. It probably is a good price. I'm just, even though it's a good price for that, it's still like a lot of money to spend just like blindly. But I don't know. I might just have to splurge on that one.
Well, every Jack Daniels you purchased so far has all been good.
Yeah, no, that's true. I haven't had one that I don't like.
The Bon was good. What was the other one?
The triple mash.
Triple mash.
That
was
barrel proof rye was excellent.
Mm-hmm.
No, I haven't been disappointed by Jack Daniels yet. So,
especially what they like. I don't know if this is what they always done, but I feel like just recently this is what they changed into.
Yeah. No, I feel like they have stepped it up over the past few years, coming out with their that bonded series, and then the especially the what color is the label? It's blue.
Yeah.
I should have taken a picture of it.
But I think the whole, even like the neck is blue too, right?
I think it may have been, yeah. Let me see if I can find it. I didn't take a picture of it, but
Could probably look it up.
I can probably find it. Jack Daniels single malt. Oh, they have it at Total Wine? Was this it?
No.
You don't think that was it?
Was it?
Apparently they have it at Total Wine. Like right now, I can order it. So maybe it is something that's just...
Maybe it was that one.
I'll say that was it.
I think that was it.
I think this was it.
I feel it's like a lot lighter blue and it was covered, but that could have been just my eyes.
It might just be like the lighting of this photo too. But
because it was on like a lower shelf, it was behind the counter.
Yeah, because I looked it up right now. Look, 1 liter, and it's $75.
See, for a liter, that's not bad at all. Hold on, but
I'll bet you that was a liter that we saw at Specs for 73. It was like 73 and change, so it could have been like closer to 74, but... I don't know. I think this is one that... I think I go pick it up tomorrow. I think that's what I do. I'm going to go pick it up tomorrow. If they still have it. If not, I'll just order it from Total Wine, apparently.
a liter's a big bottle.
It is a big bottle. But, I mean, if that's what they have, that's what they have.
Yeah. Even if you don't like it, it's Jack Daniels, so you can always mix it with other drinks.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess so. Mix a $75 bottle with other drinks. $100 bottle? Yeah, probably. Because when I saw it at... I think... I could be completely wrong. I'm just going off memory, but I think it was 90 pounds when I saw it at the duty-free store at Heathrow. So, that would come out to over $100, like probably closer to like $120. So yeah, that's probably one to pick up.
Yeah.
All right. We probably have time for one more before we move to the cask strength Andalusia. If you have any suggestions, let me go back just to make sure I didn't miss any suggestions in the chat, but if you have any suggestions as to what we could try, that would be cool. And then...
And you can always just name one and then we'll find something the most similar to it.
Yeah. Like with the... when Prashant said Rabbit Hole Cave Hill, it was weeded, so that's why we picked Garrison Brothers. So yeah, let us know. Just it doesn't necessarily need to be something we have back here. We'll just kind of pick whatever's closest to it and go with it. And we'll put it in these copetes, and then we'll. Well, should we get new glasses?
Maybe.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm still kind of smelling what was in here before. You can't get that Jack in Michigan. Yeah. No, I hear you. Well, maybe you will eventually, because I guess it seems like that's pretty new here. And the picture that I just showed was from the Total Wine website, and it showed that they have it in stock here. And like I just kind of like glanced at the reviews, and one of the reviews said like, "Oh, I'm so glad this is finally here," and it was from like a week ago. So it seems like they have like just started releasing that, at least here in Texas. So maybe in Michigan you'll get it eventually.
Total Wine has 0.
I don't know what the rollout looks like in Michigan compared to other states, but 0 in Michigan. Keep looking. I mean, if it's here, I can't help but think it'll be everywhere eventually. We'll see though.
I feel like Texas is always like the last to get all these new releases, so...
You know what? Since you're in Michigan, and Gio, since you really enjoyed the rye whiskeys that we had today, let's have a rye whiskey from Michigan. This is Traverse City Whiskey Co. North Coast Rye Whiskey.
Ooh. Did you get that in Michigan?
Josh did, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, HD said Jack Daniel's Triple Mash. Okay, so let us know. Do we go with the Traverse City Rye or the Jack Daniel's Triple Mash? And you'll probably answer us in like
13 seconds.
That'll give us a little bit of time to switch out glasses. Well, maybe we have time for both. Yeah, with all the Jack Daniels talk, let's go with the Triple Mash first. And then the Traverse City, and then we'll end with the Andalusia. Honestly, I think doing these half-ounce pours has been really helpful.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll put that back here, and this will be on deck. There you go. Jack Daniel's Triple Mash. It's been a while since we had this one.
Not that long ago.
No?
Maybe... Because I did it as a blind.
I remember you did the Bonded as a blind. And we were talking about how like it was so much better than what we remembered it being.
Yeah, that's when we like kind of brought this in there.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Because we always do that. We always compare them.
Yeah. Okay, on the nose so far, it has sort of a fresh smell.
Mm.
But then once you get past that, it is kind of sweet. You get that vanilla-y type of thing. A blend of 3 bonded whiskeys. Okay, well, I'll just go ahead and read what this says, since we're not actually reviewing it. But it's a blend of 3 bonded whiskeys with pleasant notes of honey, malt, and soft oak, leading to a long-lasting, well-rounded finish. Yeah, it honestly just makes sense that we do Jack Daniel's since we were talking about it for so much.
Yeah. And since we had the triple distilled and
Oh yeah,
triple mash room.
yeah, that's true. So HD, let us know if you want us to try that Traverse City rye. If not, I think after this we'll just go straight to the Andalusia cask strength, and we'll just have to do a video with those Traverse City whiskeys because we have a little kit, and we usually like to do videos out of those. So that is definitely something we could do.
So we're talking about the triple mash, and we went to a distillery called, what was it called? Marlin Green?
Malamine Green.
Malamine Green.
Yeah.
So with that one, with one of the flights, it was actually triple distilled. I think we talked about that, right?
It was a triple cask. So it was a blend of whiskeys that were distilled in Texas, Kentucky, and Tennessee. And that's true. We haven't really talked about Malamine Green yet on this stream, but we did go to Malamine Green today. We tried their single barrel bourbon, the triple cask bourbon, which we just talked about, and then a port cask finished rye whiskey, which was super unique.
Yeah.
To me, that one might have had a little bit too much wine impact, especially on the finish, but it still had a really good flavor, really good taste. We'll probably have to buy a bottle of that triple cask soon. Mm-hmm. But what I really appreciated about Malamine Green was how upfront they were about the fact that they source their whiskey. Because I feel like a lot of places that source whiskey are like, oh, it's produced here. But no, they just straight up said, like, this is from Kentucky, but it was aged here. This, in the case of the rye, this is from Indiana, but we aged it here. So it's like, they're being very upfront about where they got their whiskey. And I really appreciated that.
And then their breakdown on the mash of how much corn and how much, yeah.
Yeah, they gave all that information, which was really good. I think they do have whiskeys that they distill there, but the ones that we tried, I think, were for the most part sourced. Currently enjoying 1792 full proof.
Ooh. We already poured.
Yeah. All right, should we try it?
Yeah. We would have drank that with you.
Yeah.
A little earthy, which is the oak mostly.
Yeah.
But it's very sweet.
It is sweet. I kind of got hit with the alcohol impact on that one. I'm going to take another sip.
The vanilla on that one was really good. Very much like vanilla ice cream.
What I remember about that 1792 full proof is it drank very hot for me. We have a bottle back here. I don't think we'll take it out today just because we do have another cask strength that we're going to do after this. But you can. I have that set. It's okay. Okay. If it's just okay, then maybe not. Yeah. If this is the set, I didn't want to bring it out because I do want to bring it out in a future video. But it's the Traverse City straight bourbon, and then the cherry whiskey, and then the rye. It's like a flavored whiskey. So we'll try it on one of these.
Wait, the rye is a flavored whiskey?
No.
The cherry is a flavored whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The cherry is a flavored whiskey, and then here was the rye, but I took it out. But yeah, we'll just have a whole video on this kit one of these days. Yeah, sip number 2 was a lot better. Mm-hmm. It's crazy because I remember when we had that blind between the bonded and the bottled and bond, that this was like the faraway winner for me. But then when we went back to that bonded, it was just like wow, we really missed something with this one.
I think I like the bottled bond more, right?
I think we both liked the bottled and bond more, if I remember. Like, I think we both liked it better than the bonded. Bourbon School, welcome. First time
Welcome.
watcher here. Thank you for
Cheers.
joining. We're actually close to wrapping up, but thank you very much for joining. And if you join one of our future streams, what we'll usually do is we'll start off with the whiskey and then just kind of have the chat pick whatever our next whiskey is. So if you have any recommendations, or if you're drinking something, just throw it in the chat and we will see if we have it. We'll drink it, but if not, we'll just pick whatever we have that's closest to it. But we've got one left for after this one. Blue Note Juke Joint Uncut is my last one for the night. Oh, okay, that's a Tennessee whiskey out of Memphis.
Oh.
So I had bought a bottle of Blue Note, not the uncut, but I had bought a bottle of that, and then it was around Christmas time I bought it, and I had just bought it just for me, and then I procrastinated in buying a Christmas gift for one of my family members, and I knew that he liked Jack Daniels, so I was like, you know what? I have this Blue Note Juke Joint that I haven't opened yet. I'll just give that to him. So I ended up giving it away, just a couple of days after I bought it. So I did buy a bottle of the Blue Note, not the uncut, but it was I ended up giving it away less than a week later.
Oh.
So I need to re-buy that bottle.
So we can try it?
Yeah. I actually bought it in Memphis, but you can get it here.
Oh.
Yeah, that triple mash is...
It's good.
It is good. It's really good. Bourbon School, where are you from? Let us know. We are in San Antonio, Texas, which is why we have a lot of Texas whiskeys back here that we've been trying tonight. But we're going to end with a cask strength Texas whiskey.
What were you?
I just poured it on myself, okay? Don't worry about it. I was trying to rinse the whole glass, and I just ended up pouring it on me instead. All right. Gonna get the final one for the evening ready. And what we're kind of talking about too was it's been a very whiskey full day for us. Because if you've just joined the chat, we spent the day visiting distilleries here close by to San Antonio. Well, two actually in San Antonio, and then one in Blanco, which is just a little bit north of San Antonio. But we visited Ranger Creek Distillery, Maverick Distillery, and Milam and Green. And
they were all good distilleries.
They were all very good distilleries. And we definitely want to go back. And we were talking about how... I'm going to pour you that. We were talking about how we need to go back and just enjoy ourselves there and not film. Because you and I have visited a few distilleries. But
we've just been filming on there.
Yeah, we've always filmed. So it'd be fun just to go and just enjoy it.
Not saying we can't enjoy it with filming, but it's a different experience.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So this is another kind of local whiskey to us. They're in Blanco, Texas, which is just about 40 miles north of us, probably. This is Andalusia triple distilled. It's typically, the typical bottling is 100 proof. However, this is a cask strength store pick from Skips Beer, Wine, and Liquor, and it is 62.48% ABV. Mr. Great Shot, who was in the chat earlier, asked us if we had tried Andalusia, and we were like, why, yes, we have. And decided we would end the stream on with this store pick Andalusia.
Yep. Highest proof of the night.
Yep. So this is a single malt. I don't know. Does that do anything? I know we've had a whole conversation about this before.
Oh, like if switching it works? I don't know. I always thought like switching it and like putting it through like a wine aerator. Does that do anything?
I don't know.
I know it does stuff with the wine, but that's what it do.
We can find out. Not right now, but eventually we can find out. Whiskey Mondays. Mm-hmm. Monday is the best day to drink whiskey. Because it's like, you know what? It's the day you go back to work. Except this Monday. I had today off, actually, which is nice. I have this whole week off, which is nice. But... wow. That is not what I remember the triple distilled smelling like.
No.
It's been a minute since I got into this bottle.
That proof is powerful.
It is powerful. This might be one we add water to.
It has an earthy smell.
It does.
But I don't know if it's oak that I smell. I think this is the one that we were very confused on, whether it's like Mystique or Cedar.
You heard it here first.
What?
You said Mystique again.
Oh. I feel like I want to say Mystique again.
Mesquite.
Mesquite.
Yeah, there's a vanilla back there. It's like once I get past that alcohol, which honestly this is kind of tough to get past. There's a little bit of vanilla back there, and some sweetness. But yeah, it's very oaky too, very woody. Mystique, as you like to say.
Mesquite.
Mesquite.
Mystique.
All right, I'm gonna take a sip of it.
Yep.
Final one of the night.
Small. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, that one, the proof is powerful.
Yep.
Even though after drinking the other ones, we're like kind of like trying to acclimate ourselves, and that proof is still very powerful. It's very creamy.
Yeah.
Which is very good.
What's crazy about this one?
Sweet.
Is the alcohol, like he said, is super powerful. But I still got flavors from it. Like, even, like... I feel like a lot of times when I'm, like, the alcohol overpowers me, that's all I get. But no. Like, the alcohol still overpowered me. But I got the vanilla, maybe even a little bit of, like, a lot of bourbon flavors, even though it's a single malt. Like, vanilla, caramel, maybe even, like, a hint of, like, a shortbread type of something. Like what I usually get in an Irish whiskey. I was starting to wonder why Skips would pick this as a single barrel on the nose, but after the taste, I kind of see why. Because there's some flavors in there. Ooh. That's nice. It's very comforting.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to explain it.
But that's one, like, you need to drink it slow.
Yeah, for sure. So, this is Andalusia triple distilled. Again, it's a store pick that's cask strength. This whiskey is typically 100 proof. We actually did a review of this whiskey earlier this year, probably back in January or February. So if you want to check that out, it's on the channel. Not of the store pick, but just of the standard Andalusia triple distilled. And then we went to Andalusia back in 2022 or 2023. One of those.
Yeah.
And there's a video on the channel of our visit to Andalusia if you want to check that out too. But no, Andalusia is one of our favorite local distilleries to us. And I'm going to add water. Yep. But yeah, no, this... the alcohol impact is real, but the flavors that you get back there are super nice.
I remember I went to Andalusia, I guess it was like 2 years ago. It was very windy that day.
Yep.
Super windy that day.
It was in March. But we sat like in a covered area. So we were kind of protected from the wind, but yeah. That whole day was windy because that was also the same day we visited Garrison Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Which
that
is
one
like,
we had to sit outside.
Yeah. They are the Garrison Brothers is completely outside. And oh my God, that was... If you watch that video, our hair is like blowing everywhere and it's a mess, but it worked out.
Yeah. But they had a really nice tour.
Yeah.
And what was it? It was called, like, before it gets in the barrel, it's like White Dog. Is that what it's called? Yeah. That was what proof was that?
Oh, it was like 100 and... They said it was like anywhere from 140 to 160.
Yeah. And they gave us like a little tiny, I guess.
Like a sample of it.
Yeah. But it was like, not a shot glass. Was it a shot glass?
No, it was like a little tiny plastic glass, like smaller than the ones that we use when we like cover our
even
glasses.
then, it was like just a quarter of that.
Yeah.
And you can like, right when you drink it, like you can...
It wasn't a lot, but it was like...
Enough.
Mm-hmm.
It was very grainy.
What I liked about that tour, the Garrison Brothers tour, is we got to try the whiskey at like every step. So like the mash, we got to try the mash like before it was ever fermented. So like just like the corn and wheat and barley, we got to try that like it was basically like oatmeal. And then we got to try the fermented bit. And what they literally had us do was just like stick our finger in like the vat and like do that. And they're like, don't worry about it. The alcohol will kill off any like bacteria or germs. So everyone's just sticking their finger in the vat and trying it. And we all did it. Everyone on the tour did it. And then, like Gio said, we tried the White Dog. And then at the end of the tour, we tried the Garrison Brothers small batch. And
that's when they taught us, or that's when I learned to kind of like drink it. Let it sit in your tongue, because apparently your tongue is the strongest. And after that, then you take another sip and you can get all the flavors in. Yeah.
But no, I really enjoyed the Garrison Brothers tour. And if you ever find yourself in the Fredericksburg, High Texas area, I recommend Garrison Brothers tour. Because you really learn a lot, not just about Garrison Brothers, but about just bourbon in general. Mm-hmm. But yeah, really good stuff. That's probably one of my favorite tours here in Texas.
Yeah. Just too bad we couldn't record there.
Yeah, no, they asked us not to. But we took pictures, and there's a slideshow of pictures on that video.
Yeah, for this one, adding 1 drop of water helps a lot. It takes away the high proof. It makes it much creamier. You do get a lot of oak, but it's pleasant.
Yeah. The alcohol still kicks. There's still a kick there, but it's not as much.
Mm-hmm.
It's creamy. Like even with that sharpness, it's got like a creamy feel to it. Like vanilla ice cream.
I feel like there's like a bit of cherry back there.
Yeah. No, yeah, there's definitely some kind of like dark cherry back there. Like very rich flavors back there once you get past the alcohol. I'm gonna have one more drop. Because I want to see... You want another one?
That's fine.
I want to see what one more drop does. Chill Will Rocco. Cheers, what's up?
Cheers.
Welcome to the stream. You caught us here kind of towards the end of the stream. We're drinking Andalusia triple distilled single malt whiskey, but it's a store pick, so it's a cask strength version of it at 62.48% ABV. And we've been just kind of talking about the distilleries that we visited earlier today here in Texas. Ranger Creek, Maverick, and Milam Green. And we're just ending the stream with this Andalusia. We've added a couple drops of water to it to see what it brings out. Yeah, that even after the second drop of water, I still get a lot of alcohol in the nose.
Yeah.
But that sweetness, that vanilla, the dark, I think it is a dark cherry. It's a
really
lot
comes through.
And what's crazy is it's a lot of like bourbon flavors, but it's a single malt. Now I did get that shortbread that I get in a lot of Irish whiskeys earlier, but it's I mean, obviously it's not an Irish whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I haven't had much single malt. Yeah, I think especially here in the States, single malts or the whiskey is mostly bourbon, with rye being kind of the distant second. But I really enjoy the single malts that I've had from the States, especially here in Texas. I think when it comes to Texas whiskey, single malt is what we do best. Like, I feel like my favorite Texas whiskeys that I've had have been single malts. Yeah. William Hall, welcome to the chat. Thank you for joining.
Welcome. Cheers.
Yeah, so on that sip, yeah, that was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this does pretty good with a little bit of water added to it, the store pick.
1 drop or 2 drops. I think that's a good amount. It helps with the creaminess.
I think the 2 drops did good, yeah. What I would like to do is, and maybe we just, how are you feeling? Because what I kind of want to do is pour another half ounce and then add like 3 drops and see what that does.
You can do that.
I'll do that. No, that's right, because you got to drive, don't you? I don't know if I'll finish that, but I'm just kind of curious. Because I feel like the 2 drops really did stuff, but we were drinking it as we added it, so I'm actually at 4 drops.
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah, everyone getting off work.
Yep.
Yeah, we started the stream a little early today. We usually start at 8:30, but we started at 8. just because we're gonna add 4. Just because
We had a longer day.
we had a long day today. We were tired. We were like, you know what? Let's start early. That way we're done early. And yeah. And this is for those of you who have just joined, this is our last whiskey of the evening. But we've been, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, just if you ever tune in, we normally do it like around 8, right? 8:30 is normally we do it.
Yeah, we usually shoot for 8:30 on the first Monday of the month.
Yeah. And so we usually pick out our first whiskey that we're going to do that day. And then afterwards, we usually let our viewers decide what we drink.
Mm-hmm. Today we started off with a Texas whiskey, Ranger Creek Distillery exclusive, because we actually spent the day exploring some of the distilleries here in our area, Ranger Creek, Maverick, and Milam and Green. And so we've kind of been talking about those, and yeah, 8:30 Central Standard. That's right. We should have said that. Yeah, 8:30 Central Standard Time is when we typically start our streams. And we just do once a month streams right now because of we have very different work schedules, so it's difficult to do a weekly stream just because of that. But usually doing a monthly stream works for us. James Morgan, what's up?
Good morning. Cheers.
Good morning to London. HD, you're driving? Where are you driving at? You're in Michigan, right? So 10:37?
I think he's talking about me.
Huh?
I think he's talking about me.
Oh.
Or maybe him.
Oh, yeah, no, he has to drive. But this guy has he has some of the best tolerance that I've seen. He doesn't really go through the phases of like buzzed, tipsy, drunk, wasted. Like, it's just he's either completely fine or he's dead. There's no in between. So, James, do you see Andalusia? Like, I know you said rarely, but do you like ever see these in the UK? Because I was always under the impression that Andalusia had sort of like that their distribution wasn't as big as some other Texas ones like Balcones, but I mean, if they make their way to London even rarely, that's pretty cool. And I would recommend picking up whatever you find from Andalusia whenever you see it, because they are one of the best distilleries here in Texas. Oh, just Balcones. Yeah. No, Balcones. Yeah, Balcones is good. You finished yours, didn't you?
The rest of it?
If they're mold over, I might. All right. Well, I think we're at about that time.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you to everyone who joined in the chat. We did start a little bit earlier today than usual, just because of everything we had done earlier today. But thank you to everyone who watched and chatted and liked. Hey, Valnet Hanasek, cheers from Chicago.
Cheers.
Yeah. We don't get Andalusia up in Indiana at all. Yeah, no, I didn't think that Andalusia was distributed very widely. But yeah. So yeah, those of you who have joined, I feel like a bunch of you have joined in recently, but we are wrapping up. So thank you to everyone who joined in. We typically do our live streams the first Monday of the month at around 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So just first Monday of June. I have the calendar right here on the computer. Let's see. The next live stream should be June 2nd on at 8:30 p.m. So if you want to tune in, that's when it'll be, 8:30 Central Standard. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button, and we will see you on the next stream.
Cheers.
Bye. Oh yeah, cheers.
Bye.